It's a great pleasure to be here on the platform of the celebrity host. My name is Saffiyah Joof, founder of NAKAL Bachelor Poetry Academy, president of STANDSTILL Organization of the Gambia, vice president of the Young Writers Association of the Gambia. I am a student studying at the American International University and I'm majoring in computer science.
It has been a hectic time of 3 months of marketing, going around the clock just to make this thing happen. And alhamdulillah, the Gambians really has turned out to support this initiative, because my aim is to change the dynamic of poetry, especially literature in the Gambia, because we understand that we have a very dull system when it comes to the promotion of aspect of people in terms of writing. It's very, very dull. But now I'm seeing a new generation turning up to support our agenda and to understand that this country needs youths that will be very proactive in terms of their work and trying to show the best of it to the general public and international.
Me no know why them a go so young. Them a worry and fret. Them a worry and fret. Your boy Sing out here once again. Keep watching Asagam TV 24 hours. Keep it locked.
Welcome back to Celebrity Host. I'm your friend Saffiyah. Okay, a lot of people have been asking me if you are single. Yes, I am single. And I'm an activist, a poet. And this has been a role in my life ever since I started knowing myself and realizing the potential that is in me. Again, I'm a serial by trade.
The 26-year-old budding computer scientist is on a quest to craft a niche in the Gambian literary scene and is among the most prolific young female authors in the Gambian literary scene. Dr. Cherno Omar Bari, a scholar, hailed the young poet, describing her as an exceptional writer.
Welcome back to Celebrity Host. I'm your friend Saffiyah, known as NAKAL, and it's a great pleasure again to be here to at least explain a little bit about myself. My parents are based in Latikunda, and I'm Bonifa of Sarikunda. I'm raised in Sokoto, and alhamdulillah, we are a nuclear family. And I can say most of my work is on activism, and I'm a poet. I write as well, and I love writing so much. I'm also the secretary of Sutuma Industrial. Again, apart, I have my own business that is Rich Properties that I'm managing, and alhamdulillah, everything is flourishing. Luckily, I got transferred to Deeper Life Upper Basic School, which is a missionary school, and I graduated from there and went to Gambia Senior Secondary School, where I studied PO Science. I was also part of the 6 students that got the opportunity to travel to South Africa to represent Gambia in the 55th Olympic mathematics competition. We were lucky to be selected because of the role that we were playing then in our various schools. And we went in for a picking competition, whereas I was part of the first people that were selected, and we depart from Banjul to South Africa and did our part, and that really changed a lot in my life and my journey as a whole. Apart as a student, I was so much in love with mathematics. And that was the field I ever since believed that I will even major in the future. But due to the family background and the mode of upbringing, I fall in love with writing. And I keep on reading books, and because my family are very well concerned when it comes to my religion aspect. I was a very speedy student, but with the help of Allah and my parents and the teachers, I can never forget a specific teacher by the name Mr. Serif, who stood to make sure that I will achieve my dreams. And the likes of Auntie Bola, who has played a crucial role in my English academy. I was very dull in English then, but due to the people that are around me, and they make sure that things are in order. So my teachers will sometimes tell me, you cannot be good in mathematics and you will not be able to excel in English. So that is not telling well as a good student. So I tried to make things balanced for myself and picked up to read books extensively. And my sisters back home, they make sure that the correct route is followed. And that's how I adopt the culture of reading. Up to today, I'm able to publish books that people also can read from me. So we thank Allah for that opportunity and for blessing us with that spirit and energy to keep on working harder. From Gambia Senior Secondary School, I went straight to CBEC in specific, but I didn't spend much time in there because the focal point was to travel outside of the Gambia, and I was a bit not happy with the way things were going, and some kind of obstacles, came up. I decided to say, okay, you know what, I need to go and gain experience, then come back to the system. I went straight to Alliance and registered to a French part-time student that I often go after work and do a little bit of my homework in there. That really helps me because immediately after my 3 years of intern from various real estates that I've been working in.
Saffiyah Joof's book, Words on War, celebrated its official launch at the International Conference Center in Bijilo. This significant event drew esteemed scholars, authors and intellectuals adding to its prominence. CDS Kenjai, the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, underscored the importance of reading and writing.
Today we celebrate not just a book, but a courageous exploration of numerous facets of life that are often shrouded in silence. In the pages of this remarkable collection, Saffiyah delves into the profound complexities of our shared human experience, unraveling the threats of imperialism and exposing the post-colonial grip on Africans, resources and leadership. Her poetry, a powerful expression of resilience and resistance, addresses the often silenced narrative of our theory.
Esa Bokarsi, the book reviewer, also stressed the value of reading. He encouraged young people to cultivate a reading culture for knowledge acquisition and to foster positive change.
Words work on the duties and tasks minds are assigned to complete. Words walk minds through the mazes of challenges when feeling and thinking. Words are the lords of speeches. Words are the gourds filled with water. Words are what we fill our intentions with to quench the thirst of essence in sense. Words are the pipes to pump the water that puts off flames rising from emotions and intentions.
Kafe ko chomla kati numero 1 kananje do yarin kunyata boroti make tamate di konye pepe malaf kanje lafta kelanti vasol di bebe farin ne tete ni mandi yamu bi rapalte diam la dol katu derin ne tete ngajawol tentu lay kanjaw ya nyami non ala kanjelendi si sela nyaku yamuro mo kalam tatel yal ne nyadi long fansol mba fulale ko anin jiber lal ni lamoir lal ko ni video aduma linko le bijal nyanda kamim follow asa gam tv etel libe ko wolke kanne no be doko ke kan Gambia full time, you understand, not part time. So at the moment, here, kombon kalon janko solo.
Welcome back to Celebrity Post. I am Saffiyah too. Back then, with the little bit of experience that I've had, I did spend 3 years to 4 years working for the real estate of Freedom Properties. I was there as an admin manager, while aside every day doing my research, because as a writer I have to be in touch with the current issues that are happening, and within partly from that 3 years, the 2 years of my life was based on focusing on the dreams that I want to achieve. In that juncture, I come across with great personalities, individuals who like my work and have seen potential in me, decided to advise me on what to take. And that's how I developed myself, compile the work that I was doing aside while working, at the same time going to Alliance to do my French classes, and eventually I released the book in 2022 that is under the spell of poetry that hit the streets of the Gambia and inspired a lot of young people. I've studied the Gambia society, and I understand the main problems that we are facing. We as a society, we should first of all work on our attitude, which is the basic fundamental pillars of growth. Are we really doing a self-check towards the way we behave with other individuals outside? Then we can come into the system and try to look at the loopholes that we have and see how to develop it for a better society. As a young girl with dreams, so many things I've been through, hard times. I do fall, and sometimes I rise up. It doesn't stop me from not also practicing my religion, going to Dara to study my Quran, because I know whatever that I want to do in this life without having the basic concepts of my deen is zero. And this is how I develop so much love for Islam. And again, the family that I come from, they are very conscious with the religion. So in everything that you are doing, you have to look at it whether this thing goes in line with what you believe or not. I was that speedy girl, and I like outing a lot. But with that confinement that I was in, I thought so much that my parents were so hard on me. I like fighting for my freedom, and I was really pushing up to fight for that freedom of expression, freedom to do what I want to do. In the maturity stage, I guess, hit me in around 20 years, and I decided that, look, my parents are directing me in this way. why not I picked up that route and see what I'm gonna gain from it. I like challenging issues, and I'm a very independent person, and you don't direct me of what to do, but you may do also, and I will test it and see whether this thing makes sense or not. So I've interacted with people, I've learned from people, yes, from criticisms and all the life of social media. And sometimes I will write on articles that are very, very controversial, and people from all sorts of life will have to come forward. Sometimes people will message me, insult me, and I try to look at that as a learning point, and to understand that, okay, there's a bigger responsibility on my shoulder. Hence, what I'm doing is perhaps, getting in touch with some good people who are approaching me privately to give me thumbs up on the work that I'm doing. I said, okay, there's a sense of goodness in the road that I've path for myself. Before, my mom don't believe into poetry that much, so she will often tell me, you are very good academically, but I don't want you to get into, focus on poetry alone. You need to do a diverse thing. I said, Mom, this is the passion I have, and I believe sometime or someday you will see the benefits of what I want to become. With time, when I am invited for performance, my mom will give me specific time of, when you are late, I'm not going to open the door. And I'll be like, you cannot do that, you don't have that heart. But all that is a mode of motivating me to focus on what I want and push me further to not to falter. Because as a young person who is growing up, most of your activities, marketing, the work I do aside as a part-time, is all on social media. So I have to really know what I want and how I want to do it. And again, to be very careful, because not everybody that is coming towards your life will want to see you grow. So you need to choose and listen carefully when people are speaking to you. The listening ability helps me a lot, because it tells me who is who, and it gives me a way of how to handle my self in the public. I developed so much love for poetry because I see that it's my way of expressing how I felt towards my society, the people I work with, the experience that I've had, the encounter that I had with people in terms of certain issues, how I carry my life. So it speaks a lot for me than just write an article and leave it on Facebook for people to just to have few people to comment on it. And I said, you know what, let me discover this aspect of writing a book, because I understand that most of the young poets in the Gambia, our majority, let's say majority of us, our focus is on the side of album launching, an audio type of voicing that we will do, go to the studio, record, and people listen to your voice, maybe 1 or 2 days they forgot. At first, when I started writing, a lot of people don't follow up or pay attention to what I'm saying. And at times I will send them my articles and they will request humbly not to send them again because they don't have interest to read that whole lot of message. I will apologize and carry on, because I knew that there was something in here that I need to break through, and with the help of Allah and the belief I have and the consistency I have in the field, I'm even thinking of at some point I thought of shifting my interest of study to another side of writing, on the side of literature in specific. But my sisters, we had a discussion and I spoke to them what I want, and they said the world is in need of IT students in specific, and what you want to specify, like what you want to specifically study, is a good field, and not everybody goes into that kind of rare field. I said, okay, so what do you think? They advised me to maintain it, and while I'm again aside writing my books. So far so good. The starting point was challenging. Every day you have to look into the news, listing, follow certain individual that okay, you have the same dreams or the same focal points, because I don't watch everything online. Yeah, I have scheduled for myself, and I look at what is really beneficial for me to follow. That is one aspect I have to, first fight in order to be what you want to be in the future, because you cannot be in touch with everybody. That's impossible, and some sites are very toxic for you to watch, and my brain, I don't need that. So that passion I have towards the writing industry, I developed that book, and the feedback was great. Whereas I went to Ahmad Sabli, I met up with him, and because he has been coaching me aside, like I can say 2014 I started interacting with Sabli. So it's a long journey. We are going almost to like 7 years now. He groomed me in the sense that whenever I send him my articles, he will look at it, read it, and edit it, and tell me, send it to our Daily Observer Live by then. And I will send it on their, at their email, and within time he will post it, and I'll go to his office, pick a copy, and come back. So that alone is something really worthy for me as a young person whom I believe that he's very, very instrumental in terms of giving you your sense of direction, what to choose, and what to avoid in order to become special. I have been in touch with professors from various universities that are not in Gambia, like the American International University in the US, and the likes of TM, some great individuals through online. They coach me aside. I'll write about certain things, send it to them. They will look at it, vet it, and send it back to me and tell me this is what is lacking, this is what you need. So within that time, I built up that confidence that it's time now to bring out what I believe will be the best version of me. The book came as an inspiration, because when often I'm on my computer typing or writing anything, my sister will knock on my door and ask me, what are you up to? I said, I'm under the spell of poetry. So that name, it was a joking stuff that we started with, but it became a reality. And when I compiled my work, I decided to choose that name. With the help of Sabli connecting me to Hassan Sise, the likes of Mr. Balde, they play a very good role into boosting my ability to believe in what I have. And I get in touch with them. Within a short period of time, they went through the book and see that okay, it was a massive work, because I stood for almost 2 years to bring that work out for the Gambians. And it seems like that was a big changing point that has already changed the landscape of the Gambia when it comes to poetry. I can see a lot of young people today coming up, not just to perform that aspect of your poems, but to put it in a book and try to generate a revenue out of it. Because within the 2 years I've been online searching, looking at the Amazon accounts, how the Kindle store are rewarding other countries that are young writers. I said, okay, we can do better. And eventually I get enrolled online and published the book. We sold about 1,000 copies in the Gambia, and I'm still selling. Alhamdulillah, that happened through a collective means. That is, the people that had seen my work over the years, they went all out to share my articles, the flyers. So often when I talk about that aspect of that book and its achievement, I give it back to the people who were there for me. They made sure that everything was intact, and with the help of the government of the Gambia, they came through to support the book. They contributed hugely to the excel of that book. And if I want to mention names individually, some people might see themselves into it. But I can tell you, a lot of business individuals came over to support that work. Together with the media, they gave everything that they have for that launching to be successful.
Reading plays a crucial role in personal development, expanding the mind, imparting abundant knowledge, and teaching vital life lessons. Additionally, it enhances understanding of the world, keeps the mind active, improves creative abilities, vocabulary, and facilitates effective communication. Other speakers:
Congratulations, Saffiyah, for the book, and I do encourage you to write more books to inspire your generation.
So the words on war is what we are celebrating here, and like I observed in the foreword to the book, I said when Saffiyah published her first book, we were here last year, it created a lot of excitement, and lots of books have been written, published, and launched since then. This second collection of poems here with this title is exemplifying what the first title said, under the spell of poetry. So that the whole country is under the spell of poetry.
When they asked him if he was afraid of danger, and what did he say? For even danger knows that Caesar is more dangerous than he. The power of the spoken word travels centuries, thousands of years, those words still echo.
Welcome back to Celebration Host. I am Saffiyah too. Words on War is a very captivating book. It's one of the best work of my life. And everything about the Gambian society has been captured. We have some great people in the country that I believe our young people need to get in touch with them. I don't believe in celebrating people after their demise. But I can say one person that I've really regretted of not getting in touch with him, and that is our Vice President, late Vice President Dr. Badra Joof. After looking into his life story, what he had achieved in the work that he had done for the Gambia, even some people were asked me, after I wrote that poem and published it with the Alkamba Time, they asked me if I'm related to him. I said no, I don't even know him. Not my even immediate family knows each other. So it's something I took from my heart, and I wrote that poem with my last sweat of tears. It's a book, I believe, that you can't regret having. I've talked about great people like Omar Bunjang, Sheikh Omar Bunjang. Looking at his life story, what he has done for the Gambia, I believe people need to really look into the life of such individuals. The likes of lead Mahmoud Joof, a very iconic IGP. He had won many trophies for the Gambia. These are people I believe we need to dig and explain their stories to our younger generation, the role that they have played into this country. Watson War talks about the contemporary society that today we live into, and from anger to betrayal, attitude, our mode of dressing as a young person, the way we carry our life into the society, the divorce rate that so many today are suffering or encountering depressive moments out of it. The single motherhood that we have seen is rising. What can we do to cope these problems? I believe as a poet, I have a great role for my society. And one aspect of it is my voice. How can I use my voice to disseminate this information, to make the people understand where the world is and what we need to focus on to develop the Gambia? We are the future leaders of this country. So if we don't take the responsibility today, who will? Because people cannot come from outside and develop your country for you. It's we, the Gambians, the youthful people who are leading the mantra. We have to work together to save Gambia from the boat that is about to sink. Looking up to the TikTok, I don't see anything educative there that will inspire me or make me stick to eat 24/7 round the clock. So what I mostly urge the young people is that try to create contents that will be in line with your culture and belief, because this will boost the moral status of the young people and change our sense of direction. Because not all that glitters is gold. But then again, whatever we are watching on that TikTok or the lives of individuals that we are following, draw inspiration from them. At times, they are not the right people. So we have seen, okay, in some aspect, great content creators on TikTok, Facebook, they're doing massively well. And these are the type of people that you need to follow to get the path of your life that will be meaningful. Words and war simply means the words are at rhymes, okay? Because poetry is something that is unique. When you are communicating to people, how do you want them to perceive that message? It's very, very important. And to begin with, it's a voice that is very powerful, embedded with a lot of wisdom. So you need to use that wisdom in a creative way to get the attention of the people to listen to you. And I guess Words on War is one of the books that will grant you the chance of relocating in observing again your sense of belief in terms of your religion, in terms of your society, in terms of the people that you interact with, and to find solutions of the problems that we are facing as a society. It's simply one of the most iconic work that I've delivered, even through looking at the content of the book and going to the pages, the topics in specific, is something that I don't joke with it. So I'm urging on young people to get in touch with that book, because there are a lot of beneficial message inside it. It's available on Amazon, and you can access it throughout the world. Just type the name Words on War and you'll be able to see it. That launching, the progressive aspect of it is that we are able to touch the life of young people that are in the country. Having to get that whole within a span of 3 months is something really exceptional. Because when we look back into the marketing system that we are doing towards the end of the program, it was the youths that pulled that hold. So it's a great message to anyone that is out there, from the government to the public domain. We are showing the world that young people are the focal point for this 2024, and we are powerful if we come together. And it shows also the beautiful side of us coming together to discuss our problem. And I thank the Ministry of Tourism contributing hugely into that program. They did a wonderful job for us by sponsoring, I can say, 75% of that hall. Again, the sponsors involved from various business companies. I mean, it was something exceptional. Individuals coming up with their cash to finance the program. Something that I don't even dream of. So it was an inspiring moment. But again, we give thanks and praises back to Allah for giving us that opportunity to create a platform where intellectuals had a good convention, and those people, those individual people, whom I believe it's very, very hard for you to get them, but they respected what we called them upon. They put everything aside with their busy schedules to try and give back to this nation. So we are saying a big thank you for that breakthrough.
Ambassador Esa Bokar C, a seasoned diplomat, analyst, and educator, reviewed the book.
Saffiyah's words are oozing from the spring of a pure heart and an analytical mind, where mind is to be tackled within the following paradigms.
The 26-year-old budding computer scientist is on a quest to craft a niche in the Gambian literary scene, and is among the most prolific young female authors in the Gambian literary scene.
Kafe ko chomla kati numero 1 kananje do yarin kunyata boroti make tamate di konye pepe malaf kanje lafta kelanti vasol di bebe farin ne tete ni mandi yamu bi rapalte diam la dol katu deri ne tete ngajawol tentu lay kanjaw ya nyami non ala kanjelendi si sela nyaku yamuro mo kalam tatel yal ne nyadi long fansol mba fulale ko ani jiber lal ni lamuer lal ko ni video aduma linko le bijal nyanda kam follow asa gam tv etel libe ko wolke kanne no be do ko ke kan gambia full time, you understand, not part time. So at the moment, here, Kombon Kalon Janko Solo.
Welcome back to Celebrity Post. I'm your friend Saffiyah Joof. I hope you're enjoying some part of the videos that you've watched of recent. I do have interest in music before, and mostly I later researched and decided to follow up certain individuals that I believe they are under confinement of Islam, in the sense that they are within the line of my belief, in the sense that they sing songs that are really touching, and it reminds me much about God and Muhammad Sallallahu in specific, who is a big role model in my life, the like of Khadija, their stories of the prophets. So these are things that I really have interest in listening to. And one specific individual, though usually we have 5 people that I have to choose from, but I decided to just say 3 of them. That is Yusuf Islam.
How many of us start to gather these clothes and start to collect them as items of memorabilia? And how often do we think of the poor people who don't have even the basics? And I think there's another saying that there are 3 basic rights for the human being.
I do listen to him a lot, and likes of Omar Isa. Mahazain. They are my favorite musicians that I believe they always send in a powerful message that will one way or the other remind us about God, the society, the things we need to work on as Muslims, our weakened point. So these are things I really like at times to pay attention to. The best part, I can say, that you can listen to and get inspirations from them. And get inspiration from that particular thing is your Quran. Is the best thing. The comfort I have in that Quran, in terms of the way I think and the way I pursue things. Nothing gives me such a powerful, correct way than the Quran. So I'm urging young people, whatever you are doing in this world, never forget your deen. Never forget your Quran. Let it be your best friend. Let it be your morning, afternoon, dinner, lunch break, and you will see a great progress in your life, a massive one. Because remember, each verse in that Quran that you read or recite, it's a reward for you. Even if you struggle to read it, it's a reward for you. Now talk less of you giving your time specifically to it, maybe in an hour part of your life every day, and get inspired, get reminded, because these are verses that comes in a way that is exceptional. When you are depressed, it's the only way that can give you comfort. So I've been through so many encounterments. I believe Quran is the one that pinned me down to those levels. And alhamdulillah, for my parents, specifically my mother, my sisters, my brothers, standing up and making sure that I followed the right path. And today, that right path is really reflecting in every day of my activities. So it's not a regret. With the help of Allah, I cannot complain. I thank Allah for every progress that I had. As young as I am, a lot of people could have gotten other things to do. But the reason Allah has sent in me this direction, He knows it best. And may He guide us, to the straight path. Whatever we are looking forward to get, may Allah make it easy. As a young writer in the Gambia, with a lot of challenges, a part that people cannot see, for only me and a few individuals that are around me. One thing that I never want to believe in is I cannot do it. No. Anything that you love and have passion for it, you can do it. So as young people, keep pushing. Don't stop. If you have a passion towards something and you know that this is your way of life, and you think that you can integrate it to become something bigger than whatever other people can think of you, I'm saying don't give up. Work on it. Even if it's going to take you 10 years, work on it. Because remember, I told you I started writing. People started realizing my talent 7 years ago. And look at it today, the pages that it has changed in my life. Through writings, I got a lot of connections, a lot of activities, business, everything that you can think of, writing has brought it in my life. So I cannot get it from anywhere than the talent that I believe that this is the way. But the positive way is the most important thing. And I understand maybe we'll be in touch again to have a very good section of what 2024 is going to be like. Because I'm planning on projects which are very, very personal to me. And I believe it will be a very great project for the young people of the Gambia in specific. Because I'm considering them so much in everything that I'm doing. With the Academy I'm managing, we're planning a lot of things ahead. And I believe that the consistency, passion, and the ability that I have right now, we can change a lot in terms of the people that are around us. And thank you so much for watching the Celebrity Post. It's a very good program, and I'm saying kindly follow us and to know more updates about individuals that are doing massively well in this country, because they are doing an exceptional job that not everybody can actually do this. So I'm grateful for their activities across the country. If you want to get in touch with me, my Facebook page name is Saffiyah Joof. I don't use the full name, Saffiyah Joof. And on TikTok, I use Saffiyah Joof. On the site of the email, you can email me on nakala poetry@gmail.com, or you call me on 747-455-754. That is our business line. Anytime you call us, you'll be able to get in touch with me, because we have people that are responsible for it, and we do follow up keenly of those that are interested, the part that I have too. And again, I'm saying thank you. If you want to get in touch with the book, to get a copy, you can go on Amazon and just type Watson or Saffiyah to Joof, and you'll be able to get access to my work. And alhamdulillah, we give thanks and praises back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this great opportunity, for this breakthrough. 2024 will be bigger and better. Thank you.